A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Gaming with KaijuForceNeo. Once again, I am got myself back onto the series again, but you can see here that this is a whole new game that I am putting on for this season. This is the 2015 edition of Need for Speed, and wow, I tell you, in its full glory, it's just as amazing as having a reboot of a franchise like this. There's plenty of reboots that we're getting for the year 2019 alone, for many different franchises, but I feel like that Need for Speed's reboot for 2015 is somewhat of a one-of-a-kind experience right here. And the car that you can see here that I'm currently using is a Honda S2000 with a carbon fiber hood and some window work that you can see there. But I have it tuned up to a pretty good perfection right now. And I'm about to leave the garage, and I'm just going to head out there into the Ventura Bay, as the city is called. Ventura Bay. So, here we go. I'm exiting out of the garage, and I've also got myself some good times around here to go for. So here we go. Already speeding up pretty well. See, I can drift pretty good too. But, just beware though, that just because you're able to drive a car like this in the game, it will not mean that you'd have an excuse to be able to drive a car like this in real life. The real world can show how dangerous such stunts like this happen and how they can be very deadly most of the time. So that's why it's always recommended to wear a seatbelt and just never have anything like this at all. So, and of course I do not at all take responsibility for any actions that could occur just from anybody who watches Gaming with KaijuForceNeo here. So it's just a little reminder right here about how responsibility is not going to be taken just for someone's own accident or anything like that, just because you're driving like this. So of course, be careful around here, get away from that truck. And you just saw right there, just bash right into a lamppost. But not all the time this is gonna be a pretty awful case, because after all, this is the digital world right here. This is not entirely the real world right here, even though it's made to look as realistic as possible. So that's just what most graphics around here have. The quality of the games around here, no matter how many bits and bytes we have here, it's just a real big deal nowadays that we got ourselves plenty of people out there who would want to drive their cars as a means of some measly fun, destructive behavior. And it's just gotten that bad, really. There's just been so many accidents that we've had here. I mean, the year 2019 so far, we've had ourselves plenty of attacks. We've had plenty of battles taking place. We've had so many brushes with the law take place. That's just how we know that the rest of the 2010s is such a complex society that we just have no idea how we are going to live ourselves a good life. That's just what many of us feel like nowadays. You also want to be careful too, because of course there are going to be many blind spots that you'd use as a way to try to figure out if there is somebody next to you. But because this is the digital world and it's not like reality where there are so many people driving cars out there today that it's just real difficult to adjust to certain ramparts of society itself. Especially if you've played a certain game like this for a very long period of time, that it just becomes a pretty vulnerable piece of information right here. You can see there's a car right there in front of me, but realistically, here in the real world, there are so many people driving cars out there compared to this. And even though this game was released in 2015, when the population of the world was seemingly much, much lower, it's just clear to us by now that the population just never stopped growing. It just hasn't been slowing down lately. Especially with the abundance of the campaigns that are leading to prevent abortions from taking place. Not to mention the fact that, well, of course all child neglect cases and child murder cases are always being enforced, no matter what the cost. So, and you can see right there, I just crashed into two cars. Now, right here, you're witnessing a hit and run scenario here on the game world here. A hit and run scenario where I hit 2 cars and now look, and I'm speeding over 130 miles an hour right on this highway. Just to try to avoid the law, really. But of course, this is something I would not at all do in real life. This is just something that the game is practically telling you to do. And so in this case right here, I practically do have myself a good fair share of judgment calls that I could make on here, but I also do own a very peculiar amount of scenarios that I do tend to play by, just to figure out exactly what could go wrong in real life. And everything that is being done on here is just a real big deal, especially if it's going to target everybody out there who would very much want to play something like this. So, in any case, it's just not necessarily something that any of us would want to engage in, be it driving on something like this, but you can see here that I'm gonna engage in a race like this. Angels Can't Catch Devils is apparently the name of the race right here, and I'm about to go into it. So here we go. Racing with the Honda S2000. Okay, so I'm doing alright. Passing people right now. I'm about to pass these 3. Oh, gosh. Biffed into one of them. Oh, okay. Oh! I just hit something. Oh no. Okay, so I'm in 7th right now. And I'm going between 6th and 7th. Now I'm in 8th? Unbelievable. So, okay, I'm going to pass this Porsche here, and then I'm going to be able to pass any of these others. Right here? Oh, goodness. Okay, there's a McLaren right there. There's just plenty of drivers. Oh, okay, look at that. I just attracted a cop right there. A total fine of 500 credits. So, oh, biffed right into a tree. Of course, a tree seems to be much stronger than certain metals, but like, oh, goodness. Yeah, you can see here I'm about to circle this building here with my drift tires, and I mean, wow, look at that. I'm almost halfway through this whole race here. It looks like I just passed another checkpoint there. And see here, I'll go through here, try to pick up as many apexes as possible. If I continue to hit the apex, which would mean going into the innermost parts of the curves and then through the outermost parts of the curves, it's just as simple as that, trying to pick up as much speed as possible and to cost yourself less time. Look at that. Right there, I just made myself a crash that would have been considered deadly. But you can see right there, I just respawned fully intact, and I'm still in 7th place. Oh, now I'm in 8th place. The GTR decided to pass me right then and there, and now it's leaving me behind, so... Alright, crossing checkpoint 22, and onwards. I just saw a cop right there. Apparently, I didn't really attract it, so it looks like it's not going to follow me. The cop right there, yeah. I'm going well over 175 miles an hour right now. Oh my gosh. Better slow down. Yeah, there we go. Apparently, I automatically slow myself down every time I cross a finish line. Okay, there's a Dodge Charger police car right there. Okay, see here? I got all the racers from the Angels Can't Catch Devils race, and let's see, get this police car right there. Oh, okay. So I just passed another McLaren driver, and now it looks like I'm just cruising at full speed. Whoa! Just biffed myself on the side right there from the side walls of the building. Looks like I found myself another free part. 3 out of 24 parts collected. There's another donut area right here. So you can see here, it looks like 5 out of 30 donuts I've managed to complete right there. That means there's 25 other spots on the map here that would ask you to perform a donut with your car, but I can't always do all of those. So, oh, looks like another cop. Oh, total fine of 100 credits. The more that I evade from the law, the more of a fine I'm going to have to pay, and then eventually it's going to have to turn into a chase here. Now it just turned into 150. Because after all, if I do end up biffing an officer on the side or the back here in this game, then it would mean that I'm automatically going to have to just stop and pull over just to get myself arrested. But of course, being that this is the game world, this is probably the only time where this is going to be an excuse right here. And eventually right here, I'm going to go ahead and put myself on another event of some sort. It's like a circuit race right here. And you can see I just teleported myself there, so that right there is just another good time that I'm going to have for today. And you can also tell right now that there's going to be a lot more gaming videos coming around because, of course, I have in fact recorded more than enough footage for Need for Speed. Anytime that you can see all of this take place, you can see for yourself just how well this is all going to go down. And so you can see right here, I'm just going in and racing against these racers here. There's 3 other people that are racing, and I'm going to go ahead and pass these 2. Oh, looks like the drift managed to get me past them somehow. Oh, looks like they've gotten back ahead of me. Hit someone on the side, and now look at that, I'm in first place. Just like that. And I'm pulling away from them as far as I can because now I gotta turn onto there. Oh, look at that. Another crash that would have been deemed deadly. Okay, look at that. Ended up back in 3rd. And so I'm just gonna do what I can to get myself back up in 1st. And then next time that I cross that area, I'm gonna make sure that I drift before I even consider what the danger is going to be. So, see here. Oh, turned a little too early there. That just slowed me down quite a lot. Looks like the person that's in 4th place is somewhat behind me, so I'm going to take my time here and see if I can get back up to 1st place, just like that. There we go. Got myself up and running again. Oh, turned a little too sharp there, and I just ended up right in the wall. Oh, looks like there's a police officer up ahead. And another one. Oh, darn it, man, another deadly crash. Right there. Okay, well, it does look like that we're in the 2nd lap right now, and I'm in 4th place this time. So, let's see now. That's not a racer. I can see the racers up ahead with the police car chasing up behind them. Alright then. If I can catch up to them. Oh, look at that. Hit the Challenger right there. And there's a Charger police car right up there. It looks like the police car just hit the corner of the part of the intersection there. So of course I've got myself some time that I can take here. Looks like I'm gaining on them. Oh gosh, it turned a little too late that time. Oh, looks like I'm going to catch up to that 2nd place right there. Checkpoint 8. I'm going to cross checkpoint 9 in a couple seconds. I can see the person who's in 1st place there. Oh, looks like I'm just going face to face. Oh, managed to pass me just when I drifted a little too far. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can draft. Whoa, okay. 2nd place. Alright then. Well, that's not too bad right there. 2nd place, I wouldn't say is too bad compared to 5th place or 6th place even. And it looks like I failed right there. So it may seem to be a good chance for me to see if I can try that again, but then again, I would rather just be fooling myself again and again there. So let's see if I can find another spot in the map that would be worth driving to. If it would be worth driving all the way to, then I could go ahead and go for it. Let's see. That spot around here. I'm also trying to find out where the garage is for some reason. So, okay, looks like I shut the engine off, and now it's back on again. So, here it goes. Alright, so, oh, it keeps rubbing onto the sidewall there. So, I'm going to see what I can do. If I can keep going through and through all the way. Now I keep stopping right there. Now I gotta shut off the engine once again. Apparently this is what it looks like when the car's not running. And I think it was a good idea right there for me to shut off the engine right there, so this way a cop would spot me and it would not try to come after me. Looks like I found a garage, so I'm gonna go ahead and get back there if I can. And so here we go. Alright then. You probably just saw there was a couple glitches happening, but that's only because as soon as I started pulling out the PlayStation broadcasting use for the PlayStation 4, there's just something that was going wrong, and it's causing a lot of glitches to happen in every recording of gaming footage that I have currently. So you might be seeing a lot of glitches take place if at any point. So right here I'm just gonna make my way. Oh, look at that, almost hit a Hot Wheels truck. Well, Need for Speed is nothing like Hot Wheels here, or NASCAR. There are both different things out there. Oh, just biffed on the wall. Oh, did it again. Just had to turn around. And now look at, I'm going through construction zone right here. Couple spots right here. Okay. A nice right to the right there. Another right there. And oh, back on the street. So, and the garage is not that far away from here. Oh my gosh, right into the pillar of that bridge. Gosh, and just hit right in there. I collided with the... Oh, look at that. There's a challenger right there. Someone wants to challenge me? Well, I'm not doing that for right now. I'm just going to go inside the garage, probably switch to another car. Probably going to stop using the Honda S2000 for right now. There's a good chance I might want to go ahead and switch to another car. You can see it's now loading. And I'm also going to have to close off on the episode pretty soon because of, wow, there's plenty of stuff that could happen if I ended up exporting a file that's too large. So, first off, we're going to see here how I'm going to go ahead and switch to this Nissan Skyline GTR. You can see right there. And now I'm going to sell the S2000 in favor of putting new parts in for the Skyline right here. And I'm going to give it a new wrap. And while I'm at it, if you'd want to see more go down on my channel, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.